Hey everybody, Matt here. Today I want to do a quick comparison between the Razer BlackShark V2 Hyperspeed and the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless. If you've got $130 and you want to buy a wireless gaming headset for your PC, very good chance you've looked at one or both of these as potential options. Long story short, if you don't want to watch the entire video, I find it very hard to recommend the Cloud 3s over the BlackShark V2 Hyperspeed simply due to the fact that at the exact same price point, boy, you get a whole hell of a lot more with the BlackSharks, all right? Here's what I'm talking about. Both of them are very comfortable to wear and have great audio quality if you mess around with the equalizer in the respective softwares, all right? So pretty on par when it comes to audio quality and comfort. What are the differentiators? Well, for one, this headset, the BlackShark V2 Hyperspeed, has the best microphone I've ever used on a gaming headset that's $130, wired or wireless. And you'll see that later on when we do the mic test. Number two, it has Bluetooth capability, whereas the Cloud 3s have none whatsoever. Number three, it's lighter. And number four, it has the ability to save EQ presets that you can hot swap between on the headset itself, whereas you don't have that ability with the Cloud 3s. Now, all that being said, each one of those points comes with its own little caveat, okay? So, first off, yes, it has the best microphone I've ever used on a gaming headset at $130, but it's not detachable, and for some freaking reason, the mute button has no audible tone to let you know that it's muted, nor a LED indicator to let you know. Cloud 3s definitely have that. Number two, even though these do have Bluetooth capability, it's a little bit wonky at times. So if you're playing a game and you get a phone call, and the phone call ends, one of two things might happen to you, because they've happened to me multiple times. First off, the phone call ends, but for some reason the audio doesn't swap back to your game. So you have to manually press the button a few times in order to swap it back. Or it does go back to the game audio, but it's all distorted. Like, it sounds like your preset got all jacked up, therefore you have to go ahead and cycle through it again to swap from Bluetooth back to your PC. Not that big of a deal, but a little bit annoying. Number three, while it is lighter, there's no denying that, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see why that is. This has a nice solid metal frame on it, whereas you have these small little metal arms right here. So if you're some kind of savage who's known for breaking their headphones, or you're not delicate with yours, mileage may vary, okay? I take good care of my headphones. I don't throw these things around. I've had this for quite some time. I'm not worried about the durability of them, but I wouldn't let the whole weight argument be some mind-blowing thing. How'd they do it? That's how they did it, okay? And then last but not least, yes, you have the ability to save equalizer presets on the headset and swap in between, but you also have to use Razer Synapse software, which the second you open it up, you have 14 phantom processes running on your PC. I think it's massive bloatware, but I would never let a piece of software be the reason why you don't buy a good piece of hardware. So take that for what it's worth. If you've used Synapse before, you know what you're getting into, okay? Video is going to be broken down into a couple of quick sections. First off, what do you get in the box? Second, what are the main differences in terms of the build quality and the headset itself? We're going to do a mic test and then wrap it all up. First off, what do you get in the box? Well, it's pretty much identical for both of these headsets. With the BlackShark V2s, you get the headset itself, non-attachable microphone. You get a nice 6-foot-long USB-A to USB-C charging cable, and then you get this Hyperspeed dongle, all right? The way it works, you plug it into the end of your USB-C cable here. The deal is with this, might be important to some, not to others. If you're someone like me who likes to swap between their gaming PC and their work PC, like using the same headset, if you want to take a meeting on this one or something like that, you're taking this whole thing with you, all right? Which is a far cry from most other wireless headsets I've used, where it's just a small little dongle that you plug directly into a USB port. So something to note there. With the HyperX Cloud 3s, you get pretty much the exact same thing in the box. You get the headset itself with the detachable microphone. You get the wireless receiver, which has a USB-C end, but it does include this little USB-C to USB-A adapter in case you don't have any Type-C ports on your computer. And then you get this very long charging cable, all right? In terms of build quality, I think both of them are built very well. Premium materials, they look good, they feel good. One of the big things a lot of YouTubers talked about with the BlackShark that made me almost want, pretty much the reason I went out and got them was they talked about how lightweight it was. And don't get me wrong, when you get these out of the box, you're going to notice it. Definitely the lightest pair of headphones I've used, but I don't think that should be the main selling point. If you want to see a difference, I hope that this is visible on your screen. These are advertised as weighing, I think, 280 grams. They're showing up as 279 right here, whereas the Cloud 3s, I think, are gonna be showing up at like 341. So is there a weight difference? Sure, but does that directly correlate into a difference in comfort? I wouldn't say so, no. I wore these for probably 6 months before I ever got the BlackSharks. These are just fine. If you already own a pair of these, there's no reason for you to go out and buy the BlackSharks, in my personal opinion. In terms of the headsets themselves, what do you have? On the HyperX, you have your USB-C charging port, your power button, and your mic mute button. When you hit your mic mute button, you at least have an audible tone to know that you're muted, and you have a little LED indicator on the end of the mic itself, and you have your volume dial. Great build quality right here. On the BlackShark, you have your volume knob on the left ear cup, you have your USB-C charging port, power button, and then your mic mute button, and you have no idea if you're muted or not, just kind of figure it out, right? On the right ear cup, you have that button that I was talking about. So tapping it one time is gonna swap between your equalizer presets that you have set up. The 4 included are game, music, movie, and then custom. If you double tap it, that's what makes it swap from PC audio to Bluetooth audio and vice versa. So if a call messes up or something like that, you need to swap back, all you gotta do is double tap it and you're back to whichever one you want it to be on. A couple of other things that I wanna mention really quickly. Both of these headsets offer mic monitoring or Sidetone, which is very important to me. If you're someone that games late at night when your family is sleeping, you wanna make sure that you're not yelling with a closed back headset. So Sidetone, in my opinion, is very important. The Sidetone on the Cloud 3s is so much better than on the BlackSharks. I don't know what it is about their software or whatever. It just sounded distorted and really crappy, whereas on the Cloud 3s, very natural. It's almost like you're wearing an open back headset. I wouldn't let that be a huge deciding factor, but just be aware of that. When you turn Sidetone on for that, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? It definitely takes a little bit of getting used to, all right? So if you haven't been able to notice, the ear cups on the Cloud 3 are full leatherette, right? And the BlackSharks have this nice kind of cloth material right here, leatherette on the outsides. I thought that would make a big difference. Don't get me wrong, when you put them on, you feel like there is, because it's definitely a little bit cooler with that padding, it's nice, whatever. No, man, after 30 minutes, your ears are gonna feel the exact same in either one of these. The heat's getting trapped. It is what it is. If you've ever used leather ear cushions before, you know what I'm talking about, right? So before we get into the mic test, the last thing I wanna mention on the audio, these do come with 53mm drivers. These have 50. I don't think that's gonna play a lot of a difference in there. The biggest thing is when you get these, get the software, you gotta find a setting that works for you. I think out of the box, both of these need a little bit of tweaking, but luckily you can do that. The only complaint I had with Ingenuity software is that in order to get to the presets, different, swapping around EQ presets with this, you have to download this Dolby DTS driver. And when you do, there's this big pop-up warning that says downloading this and adding it to your headset is going to increase audio latency. I didn't notice the difference, but it did prevent me for months from downloading it until I decided to make this video, because I was just like, why would you do that, right? I can't change my EQ presets without downloading this piece of software that you're saying is going to worsen the performance of the headset I bought. So take that for what it's worth. Let's go ahead and do the mic test and wrap it all up. All right, so let's go ahead and run through the mic test. Right now I'm using the PC38x. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I kind of consider this to be the golden standard for what I think a gaming microphone could and should sound like. Anytime I buy a new headset, this is the one I compare it against with my friends in Discord to see which one they like better. So far, PC38x has always beaten all of them out, right? It's the bar, it's the cream of the crop in my personal opinion. But let's go ahead and see how the BlackShark V2 sounds. All right, so this is the microphone on the Razer BlackShark V2 Hyperspeed. This was the first one that when I plugged it in and asked my friends in Discord how it sounded, my friend Nick kind of hesitated before saying, dude, call me crazy, but I think this sounds as good, if not better, than the PC38X. And that kind of blew my mind. I thought he might have gone batshit or something, but sure enough, fired up OBS. I listened to it the same way y'all are listening to it right now. And I think he's right. I think it sounds as good, if not better, than the PC38X, which is impressive not only for a headset that costs 130 bucks, but a wireless one. I don't think I've ever had a wireless headset come anywhere near the quality of the PC38X. So Well done, Razer, on putting together such a mic. If the price I have to pay is that it's non-detachable, I think it's worth it for the quality that you get right here. So the last thing I want to mention while I have it on is that if you do use mic monitoring or Sidetone, and there is no audio coming through from a game or a movie or something, you're definitely going to hear like a hiss in the background. I tried to capture it, I wasn't able to, but man, it's noticeable. If you turn Sidetone off in Synapse, it goes away. And if you're playing a game or something, you'll never notice it. But something I wanted to mention. Let's go ahead and do the Cloud 3s. All right, so this is the microphone on the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless. If you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, that's jarring. That's a big jump down in terms of quality. You're correct about that. But there's a big caveat here, all right? The last time I made a video reviewing these or comparing them to a different headset, someone in the comments, Delta Slayer 1132, said, are you sure that the Cloud 3 mic is correctly installed? You need to select the highest bandwidth. Buddy was right. I had no idea. I went into my Windows sound properties, and sure enough, the Cloud 3 microphone has two different settings. The one you're hearing right now, 16,000 hertz tape recorder quality, and 32,000 hertz FM radio quality, which I'm going to swap to right now. So it takes a second to swap over, but this is what it sounds like at 32,000 hertz FM radio quality. Massive jump for the better. What I don't understand is like why are there even options? So after he mentioned that, and I looked it up, and sure enough, he was right. I went and grabbed the other headsets that I currently own. This was the only one that has this kind of option. I don't fully understand why it's not just the default right out of the box, because I have to imagine if I did it, I'm sure other people do, where they just open up the box, plug in the dongle, and go, right? So I think there's probably a lot of people out there that have this microphone at 16,000 hertz. And obviously the quality could be much better, as you're hearing right now. So that's going to do it for the microphone test. Let's wrap it up. All right, so to wrap it all up, it's obvious that I'm a huge fan of the BlackShark V2 Hyperspeeds. The amount of features that it packs in, along with that microphone, makes it well worth the $130 price tag in my opinion. The only way I would really ever recommend the HyperX Cloud 3s to someone over this headset would be if A, they already own these, or B, they really 100% don't care about having a headset that has Bluetooth capability. They really need a headset that they can remove the microphone on. That's it, I guess. I don't know. If you don't know either one of these, go check out the Razers. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Make sure you buy it from a place like Best Buy or Amazon that has a generous return policy. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the section below. Thank you guys very much for taking the time out of your day to watch. Have a good rest of the week. Talk to you next time. All right, Matt. Let this be the one. I just want it to be fast. I just want this to be a fast video for people. No one wants to watch a fucking 14-minute long video, you know? Everyone wants it to be fast.